Look what I got. DJI Osmos 2. This thing hopefully should make these videos a lot better. Okay, so I got this new gimbal that hopefully should make my video a lot smoother, should follow me around. Let's see. I don't know, it's locked onto my face, but I can kind of adjust it still. I'm learning, but hopefully this should be a better experience overall and it won't be as shaky, although it kind of shakes a little bit if I really force it to. So for my little garage project here, I got some lights off of Amazon. These things are cool. I actually got a couple different things, but this is just a regular plug-in that I can use to control this whole thing. So the idea here is I'm gonna use all of these underneath my shelf, and then it should give me some pretty decent light. Here's the little plug-in that goes here. This little plug-in right here actually goes down here, and then this is the button that can turn everything on and off. Kind of a weird rig, but it does save me some time from having to do some wiring or anything like that. So I think overall this is gonna be a good solution, just to be able to go out there, push a button, and turn on the workbench area. So that's gonna be one of my projects that I'm gonna be working on today. I think I've went ahead and voted against the whole adding a second table, just because like where I'm gonna have this table, maybe, just maybe, I'll wanna get a truck in there. Maybe, just maybe, I'll wanna get a truck in there or something like that. So it's really hard to say what that's, you know, I gotta really learn this. It's kind of weird. Maybe, the thing is that I don't know if I'm gonna wanna maybe park a truck in there or something like that. So, plus I didn't go get lumber. So that's kind of a thing. I left off in my last vlog where I ran out of lumber to build a whole nother one. So now that I don't have the lumber, I'm just sitting there thinking, do I really need it? Probably not. Once I get things on the wall and I have all these other shelves over here, like the storage shelves, I think I won't really need another workbench, you know? I think for right now, I'm just gonna finish up with what I had going on. And obviously that's going to include finishing up the pegboards. I probably should have cut this over more, made that look better, like kind of brought that over, but I didn't really think about that. So too late for that noise. But this one, I want to make it to where it comes down, comes over, meets up with this, then it goes up, and then maybe, yeah, maybe just, I don't know. I don't really know how I'm gonna do that yet. I don't know. But one thing I do know, thanks to all the commenters, is that I should have been using a different drill last time. Last time I was just using the standard DeWalt, you know, kind of basic drill, right? It works, it does what it needs to do, but I should have had an impact drill. I did have an impact drill. I bought one of those little DeWalt packages that has all the tools and things and stuffs in it, and I didn't really know what this was. I just like, oh, look, another drill. So now I have an impact. All right, check this out right here. I'm in the process of wiring this. I know it's kind of weird looking, but this thing can really only have about 3 of these per line. So I'm running this underneath, and I'm attaching these to the walls right now, trying to get a little bit of cable management going on. Right now, this is all running on just one circuit, so it's like this one light, it goes underneath here, it goes to this second light, goes underneath here, goes to this light. So I still have cable management to make that look better overall. And then for these, I have these 2 lights connected, and then that goes underneath the board, and then it connects to this one light here. So there's 3 total lights on each circuit, and I can get everything wired, or I am getting everything wired right now. Over here, I have the switch. So I can just reach over here to the side of the shelf and then just turn it right on. And then this is what it's looking like right now. So I know it's a little jankety looking as far as having that one kind of cocked off to the side, but it is what it is. Basically, I had more room on the right-hand side than I did on the left, so I just kind of had to double it up in a weird fashion. But either way, all of them light up now whenever I push on that switch. So that's nice. I can just push that one light and boom, it has them all. And as you can see, I did some little bit of cable management here with the staple gun, and I used some of these for like the bigger ones, but I did use a lot of staple guns because it was a lot, or staples because it was a lot easier, just to kind of help manage some of those wires and get them out of the way a little bit. It's not perfect, but it is nice to just have them out of the way, and they're not totally totally obvious. Over here's a little bit of a different story. I mean, as you can see, it's kind of bundled up right behind the light switch over here, kind of runs over and up the wall. So it's a little messy over here, but the overall idea is that this is gonna be behind pegboard, and I can have the pegboard coming down and over a little bit right there, go all the way over past both of those, and then over to the other light sockets, and then I'll have a full wall full of pegboard right there. So I'm not entirely sure what I was trying to measure here, but I definitely screwed it up. Something big, actually. I thought I was measuring right, and like I wanted to come down and like come over here and then like attach it right there and like have a screw hole, because I didn't put another supporting board right here. And turns out I have no idea what I was measuring, but whatever it was I was measuring, I did it wrong. So now it's kind of like, well, I have that there and it kind of sort of works. I mean, I could put a patch right there and hide that blunder to make it look a little bit better, but that still looks funky. In the end, I think that I'm gonna have to get a new pegboard and just redo this whole thing, or at least that whole side of it, and actually measure it correctly, because I have no idea what the heck I was doing. So yeah, you know, I guess it just goes to show that I'm not a carpenter, and that's it. That's all I could say. I can say though, I went to the lake yesterday, spent a good 3 hours there, and I put on sunscreen every probably 15 minutes, and I didn't really get burnt. Got a little bit more tan, but didn't get burnt, so that's good. Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, I do have this piece that I cut off for this that I could just put back. There we go. Okay, so now that I have the lights and the pegboard put up and screwed that up completely, now I want to take out these freaking cabinets. I hate these cabinets. I've always hated these cabinets. They get in the way. Like if I park too close with my car, I can't open the door, right? So I can't get out of my car, and these are just, I don't keep anything in them. So I'm gonna take these out. I might hang some stuff on the wall, because I did buy some wall mounting hanging things, but these have to go. So that's my next step. Shouldn't be too difficult. It's just a matter of unscrewing, not dropping them, but gotta take those out. Ooh, that was a little rough. I think I'm gonna leave this one up there. I don't have any quarrels with that cabinet, but I did get the other ones off. A couple of them were really light, and the one of them was super heavy. Put them out here for now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Might ask the neighbor if they want them or something. I have no idea. But now I have this wall that I can hang stuff on, and I have this little kit here, this Cobalt kit, which I'm gonna whip out here in a second, and some other hanging stuff, like that's peg mounting stuff back there. But this Cobalt kit should be something to hang most of my stuff on, so that's cool. So this little Cobalt thing right here, like, supports multiple things. Got hooks, forks, heavy duty fork looks like, so I can hang my blower and some other stuff. But pretty much I'm gonna be able to hang up all my, tools. At least I hope so. And basically it's just these little railings with attachments on it that I will be able to just hook on and kind of configure how I need it in order to get all the stuff that I want on the wall. Which is gonna be this stuff, like shovels and rakes, and I also have a blower that I usually keep on the ground as well. Weed eater. I think I should be able to get the weed eater up there too, so this should all work out, I think. but I should be able to get everything on the wall and get out everything out the floor and overall look a lot better. All right, I maybe need to get another one. Maybe, I don't know, like this has 2 of them and everything fits. Like I like the way this hangs up here, that's nice. I like the way that hangs up there, I mean, that's good. And I like the way the shovel hangs up there. But these are universal hooks because that's what was left. This one I just shoved 2 of them on there, one rig supporting the other. And I mean, that technically works and I would be okay with it. But I really need like 1 more or just 2 of these and 1 of the things, and actually 3 of those. So put another one right here, maybe, and then get 2 of those and not use the universal hangers because I don't really like those. I mean, realistically. And I bought these little racks here because I'm gonna hang up the bikes and get those off the floor as well. But I thought I guess I was thinking that I was going to be hanging the ladders with these things, like those stuff. I wasn't really thinking. It was definitely like an impulse buy, but I didn't get the right ones because I have basically 3 ladders. There's not one featured here. I have this one right here that I want to hang, which is the old ladder, and it's short, it's still useful. But then I have another ladder that I bought that's actually way more useful and like a lot taller, and that's cool. And then I have the rack that I use in order to load up my 4-wheelers, so that's a good thing for me because that's how I get into the back of the truck. But I want to get all that off of the floor, and I want to get it hung on the wall, but I don't have the right stuff. So option 1, go back to Lowe's, get more hardware. That's always an option. Or option B, make something out of wood and just screw it to the wall. I'm using 2x4s. Because you know what? It'll be easy. Just 2 2x4s, 1 on each side. It'll be easy. It'll be out of the way. It'll be hung up. And it'll be easy. And I can cut them at like a 30-degree angle. So they just, yeah, 2x4s. I'm doing 2x4s. Okay, whether this is even or not, I don't know, but it's close enough. It holds up this, which is good. This is what I wanted. That's nice. And then I'm going to hang the big ladder right next to that one. So to do that, I was like, oh, let's just make this because it won't fit. And then I'll just make it come out a little bit like that. And then where it needs to go is this freaking nail. Look at that stupid nail being where it doesn't need to be. Stupid nail. Because one of the benefits of buying that whole pack from DeWalt is that I get a grinder. It has no battery in it, but I get a grinder, so I'm gonna grind that down. I think this is turning out pretty good. Yeah, screw that noise. Hey, look at that. It's looking pretty good. I think so. I don't know. I'm really liking how it's turning out. However, I'm kind of running out of room a little bit. That's kind of a cluster, honestly. A cluster F, really. So I bought the kit, this little kit here. It's supposed to have a bunch of stuff in it. I was like, okay, you know, that's cool, whatever. It's a little starter kit, something to get me going, you know? And I'm like, okay, let's put all my tools up here out of that DeWalt thing that I had, you know? So I don't actually have all the stuff. Like you can see right here, this is like held together by just the worst possible option. So what I really need to do is go back and get more of these because they hang a lot better. If I get more of these, then I can hang these better. And then I can put all these on here. Also, the whole thing with the wood behind, I should have like rotated those sideways instead of like flat, so to give me more pegs. A little bit of learning lesson thing there. Also, probably gonna get like a screwdriver set, something to put up here. Because I have a screwdriver set, but I keep it downstairs and I use it a lot. And I don't wanna have to run up to the garage every time I need a screwdriver. So I wanna keep that screwdriver set downstairs. Probably just gonna have to get another set just for up here. It doesn't have to be a big one, just, you know, basics, just some basics. think about this, I got the lawnmower. I don't really know where to put that. And the spare wood, now that I think about it, my spare wood drawer. This thing is awesome. It rolls around. I've moved it and used wood out of it and just, yeah. So now I gotta figure out where to put that. I can put the mower like underneath the workbench, but it's kind of sticking out and kind of like, makes it a pain to get around. Not that big of a deal, you know, can't have all the freedom in the world, I guess, but I can do that. And then I might just move the spare wood over to the other side of that small shelf, and then I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the wheelbarrow. No idea. Absolutely no clue where I'm gonna put that. Maybe in the corner by the ladder stuff, but it's just kind of in the way. I don't know, maybe the wheelbarrow thing was, I used the hell out of it when I needed it, but now I don't need it. It's like, you have to store it. I don't really want to store it. So maybe I'll just sell it, get rid of it. Because before then, I could have used a wheelbarrow in a couple situations, but never really a necessity. It was just something that I was really tired of carrying stuff around. Ah, crap. You know what I just thought about? Here's what I forgot. I have the miter saw. I forgot about that. I was using it, and this thing has been amazing, and it was definitely worth a purchase, and I definitely foresee myself using this in the future, but I have to put that somewhere, which is probably right there is the best place for that. So I'm probably gonna have to get rid of this little shelf. I don't have anything on it, so it's probably best. Overall, I think it's looking pretty good. Getting a lot of stuff cleared and on shelves and out of the way and organized, and it's nice, and I like how it's turning out. I just got a few things that I have to figure out before I could be happy. Turned out pretty good. I've decided that I'm storing my spare wood just up against the wall right there. I didn't get my fancy little wood shelf or anything. I probably could on this wall, but it might be too long once I add the extra little wall hanger that I have to go to Lowe's to get, which I'll probably do maybe in a weekend or two. It's not really any kind of rush here. That's just a bunch of stuff I'm gonna go upstairs or take downstairs with me. But I decided on, for now, keeping the shelf because it could still be useful, and it is pretty shallow, so it doesn't really get in the way of a car parking here. And I put the miter saw right next to the workbench, so I'll probably have to pull it out, like, just because the way it lines up with the table. Like if I'm cutting wood, it's gonna have to come out just so, but that's fine because I shoved it up against the wall and I have this little sawdust catcher here and everything just kind of sitting here. So right now it's stored, in stored mode, and then I can just pull it out whenever I want to use it. So that's cool. And then as far as my mower, I ended up just moving up the handle because it does move up so it doesn't stick out as much, so that actually kind of got rid of the whole issue that I was having as far as it being in the way of me walking around. So I still kind of have this little pathway that I can walk through pretty easily, although I've caught myself on this a couple times. This is pretty sharp, so I have to like be careful. Got all my fertilizer and gasoline and everything put together, that way if a fire starts, they all help each other. Of course, I separated the propane, so it's over here, but I put all the good stuff next to each other over here. My peg wall needs a little bit of restructuring as far as having the right stuff that I was talking about earlier, but overall I got everything on there that I'm probably gonna wanna hang or even have room to hang. So I just gotta get the right stuff to make sure it hangs a little bit better and not in danger of falling off as easy. So I forgot about the freaking toolbox, so I don't really have anywhere else to put this thing. So I just kind of set it there off to the side. I don't really know where to put that. I think right now where it is, it's fine. It's probably gonna stay there because it's still out of the way. And from a workbench standpoint, if I'm working on something, then I have all this space right here. So this is good. And then I put my little vise or whatever here. So, I mean, I have everything I really use in the space I need to use it clear and ready. And I have a bunch of plugins, which I didn't have before, which is a big pain in the butt. So yeah, that's a big thing for me. And then I just stored stuff that I don't really mess with too much. So like the chairs, I don't really get out too much, but they're easily accessible. This is just a light bulb that I have that I'm thinking about just throwing away because I don't use it and I've had it for a long time. So might as well just throw that away. Still works. Then some other car stuff, gasoline, some tools, drills and stuff like that I use that I don't want to close up, but I want it easily accessible. I keep ammo boxes and, you know, car jack and tarp and some other stuff down here. Just storage, basically. I decided to just store the wheelbarrow up on its side right here, so if I do want to load or unload, I can move it out really easily. This is actually a tent. I have to fold up and clean and get rid of spiders because it's a long story, but I was just lazy. After I finish up getting like the tents and the boxes and everything out, I can move the four-wheeler back in a little bit more. That way it's not just sticking out where it is right now. So it does kind of fit a lot better once I resituate stuff. And if I did want 2 cars, I could, but right now it's good where it needs. Probably just like next weekend, I'll just do some of this fine tuning stuff. But I have a lot of stuff off of the ground, on the walls, and it's way more organized. I got all my tools up here finally. When I bought them a year and a half ago, I just had them sitting downstairs, and then I was like working in here, and then I'd have to run downstairs and get a tool and run back upstairs. So now I'm probably gonna have to run upstairs to get a tool, but still, I'm glad that I got everything on a wall and kind of organized and situated, and I definitely like the light. It is bright enough to light up all the tools in my work area and get everything that I need to over there. So that was overall a good decision. In the future, I could, if I wanted to, add another set of those lights. I have another spot to plug it into if I want it to get brighter, but I don't really think I need it brighter. I think so far it's pretty good. I'm definitely excited to get rid of those stupid shelves or the cabinets, because those cabinets were just in the way and I hated them. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with them, because I have them over here. Just gotta put on like Facebook, be like, hey, who wants some free cabinets? They're all yours, just come get them. I don't want them. I don't wanna throw them away, because they're good garage cabinets, so I don't really wanna throw them away, but for now I just gotta store them and just deal with that. It is what it is. Right now it is 7:38. I am starving. I have eaten very little today because I've been super focused on this. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and overall I think it turned out nice. And guys, thank you for coming along this random garage vlog journey of mine. And hopefully this camera, or hopefully this gimbal setup was a lot better as far as the stability. I think it was. That way it's just not jarring around all the time. So with this gimbal setup, it is definitely a lot smoother. Of course, like and subscribe below, but before I leave, and I finish thanking you for watching my stuff, my car broke. Basically on Monday, this sucked. On the way home, I stopped by, quick trip on the way back, and then I was like, I get back to my car and I realized that the car was smoking and it smelled like oil. And I'm like, okay, I'm pretty close to my house, so I'm not gonna deal with it right now. I drive all the way back, and when I pulled into the driveway, it was just spilling oil all over the driveway. So I did a couple basic things, like make sure the drain plug was, tight, and I made sure the oil filter was tight, so it wasn't like basic stuff. But past that, since those were both tight, I don't really know what to do with it. So pretty much what I'm gonna do on Monday is I gotta call CarMax, which is the dealer I bought it from, and have them come pick it up, because it's still under warranty, at least it should be. It's 3,000 miles within warranty. I bought a 60,000 mile warranty, and it has 57,000 miles on it. So I don't know what's wrong with it, but they cover towing. They cover hopefully a rental car if it's covered, like up to $40 a day worth of a rental car. And they cover all the fixing, and it's like a $0 deductible because I'm taking it to CarMax. So I'm gonna call them Monday, tell them come get this piece of crap and fix it, and then trade it in. If only I could find the Tesla that I want for the price I want it at, which is the price of the Mustang, but the speed of a Tesla. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and have yourself a good day.